Hi and welcome back to the Travel in Asia edition, and we're back in the Philippines, more specifically in Cebu. Actually, we're currently in Manila going to the airport to get that Cebu Pacific airplane, and this airline, wow, that's a lot of airs. Well, these airlines, as I was saying, unlike other airlines, they have this specific rule where your personal bag and luggage have to be 7 kilos altogether, right? Unlike the others, they're like 10 kilos for your luggage and then your personal one can be whatever. But I might be wrong, maybe that is just my rule. And like any other airports, this one has many food options, but not that much actually, because it was around about 6 a.m. probably, but they did have waffles, so we got some. They have so many toppings and options and are quite delicious, but nothing too special. They also took a while to make them, but that's totally fine. We had some time to kill anyways, and finally it was time to take off. We actually used the same airline to go to Japan, if I'm not wrong, and that was like a 3 hours flight, and this one is like a couple of hours and not even, so very quick. No mommy, I was just laughing at the stairs, enjoying the ride, and looking like shit because I just woke up, so bear with me. I'd love to say that I'm a morning person, but I'm actually not. Although I do love slow mornings, I am only good when it comes to flights. This airport reminded me somehow of the Boracay one, even though it's bigger, and from what I saw, it looks more like a mall rather than an airport, but I didn't explore it that much. First thing first, we went out to find our personal driver that I'll tell you more about, but first, let me put some sunscreen and makeup on. Got it from WhatsApp.
Ito ba yun?
No.
Ay, nandun sa ano?
Yeah, I don't recommend it. It wasn't sticky, but too light for my skin, also because I got tanned, but it doesn't blend, so I don't like it. Well, anyways, on the other hand, I do recommend for you to try this dish, which is well known here in Cebu. Our driver took us to this place, which I do not remember the name of. The dish, it's called lechon, and it's a pork dish that melts in your mouth. It's really good. Anyways, as I mentioned before, this company, together with my mother, organized an itinerary full of activities. And the first one was divided by 2 groups because me and grandma cannot go through the waterfalls due to health reasons. So the other group went through 5, probably waterfalls, jumping through them, zip lining as well. And we went to the last level of the waterfall. So their itinerary will end up in that place. But before that, we had to walk 50 minutes to get there. And the street was a bit dirty, I guess. It's slippery, mainly. So I really hope they renovate the streets, but that's fine. Nothing really happened. When we arrived at the waterfalls, they gave us this life jacket, and it was really amazing. The water was so blue and clean, I guess. And I really enjoyed it. I get it why people likes this place. Would I ever come back? Probably not, but at least I saw it. The other group probably took 5 hours to go through all the waterfalls and activities, so we decided after a while to go back to the reception and have lunch, which is consisted in many things. As for those pancit, which are those noodles, mango, fried chicken, shrimps, and white rice, of course. Then our tour guide took all of us to the next activity, which consisted in looking for turtles. Unfortunately, it was too late, they were already sleeping, so we only saw one of them and couldn't record it because it was dark. And so we decided to go back to our hotel, the first one of our trip. And let me tell you, I've been to many travels, and there's a good reason why I've never done it, because it is kind of tiring to have to change location every time, getting your luggages from one place to another. But in this case, it was necessary because we went from the north to the south side to the center and other islands as well, so I don't actually mind. I am not complaining. The next day, we woke up at 4 a.m. to go to this place where you can see whale sharks. And as you can see, there were so many people, so we decided to go around and look for things. They showed us those accessories that were true pearls and eat some fruits as well. And everything was so colorful, we had to get some souvenirs as well. But then we had to go back to the queue because otherwise, if they called our number and didn't show up, they would skip it, and we wouldn't want that. In the meantime, they gave us some indication and rules on how to behave around the whale sharks because they are very sensitive. And contrary to the night with the turtles, now we have the sun up, so you'll be able to see more and under the water as well. So, for example, you cannot follow the sharks or touch them unless they go near you. And as well, you cannot wear sunscreen 2 hours before going down in the water with them. At first, I was excited and then a bit scared because I found out that the guides are actually feeding them. That is why they have their mouths open and you cannot get too close to them, but they were so amazing. It was so fun swimming with them. It was as messy as enjoyable. It's a one-time experience that I would probably do again, but not anytime soon. Then we went straight to another island and it was outstanding. The views are to die for, and I might be exaggerating, but I really felt like I was in a Moana movie, which me and my brother used to watch it a lot when we were younger, and wow, simply wow. Unfortunately, after a couple of hours in this beautiful island, it was about to rain, so the clouds look like this, but we still enjoy the view. And this place and activity, it's one of the things that I would love to do again. And the thing is, like in Japan, this place looks beautiful on camera, but it is even better in person, and it doesn't do justice, I swear. I would have loved to stay here for days, but there are lots of things to do, so we are back on track in our itinerary. And after hours of driving, we were going to Cebu City, which looks exactly like Manila, maybe on a more island version, but they are kind of the same. And so after hours of driving, we finally arrived in our hotel and it was dinner time, but after showering, I put my PJs on and didn't feel like going out, but I was hungry. But then I remembered that you can get out with your PJs on here in the Philippines, because people around you will judge you anyways. So my clothes are nice, they're comfy, let's go out anyways. And then we found this Korean street food place that it was very clean and the food looked very delicious, so we went here and found also that they had buldak noodles, lots of spicy noodle options, but not only that, they also had the Korean drinks and Korean ice creams that we tried as well. But first, let me show you this place that was very aesthetically pleasing. But then my mother accidentally put lots of hot sauce in the noodles, and so she tried to fix it by taking it off, but I think it was a huge mistake because after that she was red as fuck. And me and my brother as well tried it, and I was almost burning because I don't actually like spicy food. Out of context, I'm sorry for the noise, but my neighbors are doing some renovations. Well, back to the meal. We ordered as well corn dogs and this thing waffle, I don't know how to call it, fish that had something sweet in it. It was chocolate and it was good, nothing special like the drinks, but they're still good. So this place is called Doggy, and I kept going up and down because I kept getting more food, like a couple more corn dogs and dessert as well, because there's always space for that, right? So it's safe to say that I really like this place, the people, the service, the cleanliness, and the food as well, so I really recommend it. It's a 8 out of 10. Could easily possibly be a 9 out of 10 as well if they added more stuff, even though there are lots of options, but I still wasn't satisfied with it, so we went to 7-Eleven to get some midnight snacks as well, because why not? Are you now able to see the difference between the 7-Eleven in Japan and here in the Philippines? Because I can. And I'm really missing it right now, especially my matcha. New day, that means new adventures, so the first thing we did is going to Jollibee to get some breakfast. I got a tapsilog and then pancakes as well. The first one I didn't like, but the second I was surprised of how light they are, and my mother got a hatsilog as well. They are called like that because they're a combo. Itlog means egg and then white rice or fried rice, and then meat, that in my case was tapa, so pork, and my mother had an hot dog. After that, it was grocery time, and we went to get some souvenirs as well because Cebu is also known for its dried mango, but you can actually get that everywhere in the Philippines. And then we went back to the hotel. This was the reception while we were waiting for our driver to come get us. And like any other ride here in Cebu, it was long as fuck. We stayed like an hour or two inside of a booth, and was it worth it? No, it wasn't, because the beach looked like this. Amazing, isn't it? It reminds me of the first time we went to Boracay when I was little. Nonetheless, we still had fun. We played some billiard, did some strolling, ate some food, everyone got sick, probably because of the air conditioning or the dirty water. We got some Bali belly, even though we're not in Bali, but that sounds fun, isn't it? No, seriously, overall it was a good experience because at least we had this view that was directly in front of the beach. Another thing that I really appreciated was the 2 minutes walk to get to the hotel restaurant that served a really good breakfast. I got a bacon silog, which is unusual, but it was good, better than Jollibee at least. The juice, I don't know what's that. And the water, my mother never made us drink tap water. It's always bottled. In fact, I didn't touch that one, but yeah, we still got sick and the views still look like this. So we decided to go elsewhere, and don't even ask me how this place is called because I don't know. All that I know is that they have lots of palm trees and they have this park as well that has an entrance, but I don't remember the price, probably 200 pesos, so not even €5. And it was beautiful.
Cos'è buaia?
Crocodile.
Ah sì? Dove?
I just love when people scream for no good reason at all, not because they're scared, but because they're noisy, don't you? But despite of that, it's nice to reconnect with nature every now and then.
Ay, kamina. Ang ganda ng view, oh.
It was a really nice walk despite of all the noise and the fact that it was about to rain, but the best part of this place is that outside of the park there are a couple or more shops that sells handmade stuff, so we bought lots of souvenirs as for accessories, bags and stuff like that. And on our way back to the hotel we had to stop by and look at this pretty view that in other circumstances I would have jumped down there like Twilight second film vibes, right? But I am not suicidal, I still have lots to explore with this little one, right? It's finally dinner time, but I was alone because everyone got sick, so I decided to have a dinner date online with my boyfriend that is in Italy right now. The next day, Karma wanted me to be sick, but we needed to check out, so I enjoyed it throughout the whole journey that took hours. And that is the main reason why I didn't like Cebu that much. I mean, as wonderful as it can sound, that is a huge pass for me. But I did like the souvenirs at the airport. They were so colorful, and I bought this towel as a blanket for the flight, and I had to put perfume on it. And that would be the last thing I did here in Cebu. So, in the meantime, that will be it from my side. I really hope you liked this video as much as I did. Let me know. And I can't wait for you to see the next video. Bye bye!